Wow. Tuesday. It's been about 2 months since I've last written something down, and that's because of two simple reasons. The number one reason is that the Nazis took my original journal when I arrived at Hartekratse. Actually, that's more of an excuse, since I stole a notebook from the factories the next day. That's right, this isn't a diary or a journal, it's a Nazi notebook. Anyways, the real reason why I stole the Rand was because the back-breaking labor left me too tired to write anything down. Damn, they got him carrying like some next level luggage. The reason why I'm writing again isn't because I got a break or something nice like that. It's because of something way worse. Let me explain. Today was just another day of hard labor until the announcer on the intercom called for my name or serial number.
Prisoner 421722, report to the warden's office now.
I thought the warden was going to try and get US intel out of me, but the security next to the officer was completely non-existent. I knew something bad was going to happen, but seeing the warden for the first time made it obvious that I was screwed. You're late! Meemaw was the warden. Your idiot brother has made a real ruckus trying to find you, Heffley. I can't let that happen. I was frozen solid. Not only was Meemaw about to kill me, but I just found that Roderick was searching for me as I was about to die. Meemaw then smiled at Gammy and pulled the trigger. Greg! Meemaw! Gammy pushed me out of the way and died in my place. Shit! If I shoot you now, I won't have any leverage. I'll let you live. For now. Meemaw then had some guards drag me out, and I've been doing the same old stuff since. I used to not have any hope, but now that I know someone's coming for me, I'm just biding my time. And when he does, I'll kill Meemaw. Thursday. I was doing the usual labor routine today when I overheard something one of the guards said.
Meckley said we've got to take care of some Tommies at the gate.
Tommies are what the Nazis called American and British soldiers, so that could only mean one thing. Roderick's unit is here to rescue me. I secretly followed them to the gate, and the guy trying to get into the camp turned out to be the last person I expected. Oh no. It was Rowley. I thought he was dead, and he would have been soon if I didn't do something. I somehow threw a lump of coal straight into a guard's throat, killing him instantly. Damn. Ended up working too well, because all the other guards started chasing me. Tommy, get him! Eventually they called me into a small shack. I thought I was done for, so I tried to convince the Krauts to at least kill me quickly, instead of stabbing me with sticks.
We kill with sticks to go beyond our limits, not to compromise.
The look he made with his eyes made it clear he meant it. These guys were just as savage as the Mingos dad used to tell me about. So I braced for the worst. Grab this! Roderick showed up in the nick of time and tossed me a rifle. I mowed down all the Mingos with it and met up with him and Rowley outside the shack. Greg, you're alive! Thank goodness! I told him and Roderick about everything that's happened since I got here, and something I said got Roderick's attention.
Hold on. If they had you carrying V2 parts around, then this place is for making rockets to destroy the Allied cities.
According to Roderick, V2 rockets are probably the most powerful weapon the Nazis have right now. If we took out the rockets they have here, we could cripple a major Nazi attack in its infancy. So me and Roderick went to the missile control facility at the camp so we could find out where all the rockets are and call in some Allied planes to destroy them. The person managing the rockets was the last person I expected. Aunt Veronica? It's just like with Uncle Larry. I would have thought it was just a coincidence if Roderick didn't tell me that Meemaw did the same thing to all of Mom's side of the family. Roderick took a little too long explaining it to me, and Aunt Veronica took advantage of that. Roderick shoved her off the control panel, but by then, it was too late. Aunt Veronica fired every rocket at the base at every single Allied city in Europe. Because of Aunt Veronica, London, Paris, and maybe even Rome was about to be blown to bits. Yes, my watercress fuel has now powered complete. German victory. Watercress? Believe it or not, what Aunt Veronica said changed everything. I only found out that after the fact. So let me explain. Aunt Veronica's watercress fuel wasn't a fancy name for gas or anything. It was literally a concentrated version of grandma's watercress salad. Wait, what? Bruh. If you're a geek or whatever, you might be thinking, actually, Greg, it's impossible for a rocket powered by glorified vinegar to travel across Europe. And sadly, you'd be right. Because one by one, the rockets started to run out of gas and fall onto the camp. The rockets were coming down fast, and me and Roger tried to escape the building before one of the rockets blew us sky high. But right when we were at the door, Greg, get down! The missile hit and Roderick shoved me onto the grass so I wouldn't get caught in the blast. It still knocked me out, and I woke up 10 to 15 minutes later to this. Roderick! The blast ripped every limb off Roderick's body. The wounds were sort of cauterized, so Roderick had a good chance of surviving. And I told him that. He said,
Greg, I don't want to live like this. Greg, if I'm not gonna bleed out, I'll need you to shoot me dead.
Roderick wanted me, his own brother, to put him out of his misery with his prized carbine. He said that if he was gonna leave this world, it sure as heck would be at the hands of my favorite gun. I decided to go along with Roderick's request, even though I didn't like it. I know that a lot of my relatives have been dropping like flies lately, but Roderick's death just felt way worse. I've known him since the day I was born, and now I'll never see him until the day I die. There was another thing on my mind too. Why the heck was Aunt Veronica allowed to make those missiles if they were gonna run out of juice so fast? On top of that, why was Uncle Larry a high-ranking SS officer? Why were all my aunts, according to Roderick and Rowley, Nazi officials? The answer is so damn obvious that I'm surprised it took me so long to figure out. Meemaw! This whole flipping mess is Meemaw's fault. She shot Rowley, carted me off to this camp she runs, killed Gammy and Uncle Gary, and she used her high-ranking status to put as much of the family as she could into high-ranking Nazi offices, not even caring if they'd get killed doing their jobs. In a nutshell, the entire family's just cannon fodder to her. That was it. I was going to end this once and for all by putting Meemaw down. I marched straight to what was left of Meemaw's office building, praying that she didn't die quickly and painlessly in the initial blast. Finding her ended up being ridiculously easy. I'll be gone for a while, Meckley. While I'm away, I'll need you to shoot any survivors of the mess on sight.
Ma'am, we won't have any workers after the war if my men kill them all.
The rage is dying, and anyone caught running these camps will be killed. If you don't flee to either the corral with us, you might as well just kill yourself now. Meemaw and the head Mingo hadn't realized I was there, so I hid behind a bush and fired at both of them. I killed the guy, but missed Meemaw. She quickly tried to grab her logger, but I put a stop to that. Scheiße!
That's basically Scheiße is just the S word in French. Well, I say French, I mean German, my bad.
I shot her in the other hand too, so she'd never be able to fire a gun again. She tried running too. Crippling her non-lethally was a bit of a challenge, but I pulled it off. It's done. Well, what are you waiting for, you filthy, sickening waste of Aryan blood? Shoot me. That's cute. You still think I'd let you die quick that after all the crap you've pulled? After Roderick? He's dead? Thank goodness. Rowley, don't do it, Greg. She's not worth it. Rowley stopped me from putting an end to Meemaw. Knowing Rowley, I thought he'd tell me that I'd be just like her if I killed her. But what he actually said made way more sense. I know about everything she's done, Greg. I know what this place is really for. Yes, she does deserve to die. But all the evidence that she's behind this was destroyed by the rockets. The only way she'll be vilified by the rest of your family is if we turn her in and make her testify. Even though Rowley's plan had a ton of holes, it didn't take 10 seconds for me to make my decision. Alright, Rowley, you win. We've got to get to somewhere like France to get her charged. You won't have some kind of secret shortcut out of Germany, would you? I would. I had no idea who the chick in the beret was, but Rowley did. Her name's Angie, and she helped Rowley evacuate all the people here right before the bombs dropped. Since she's a she, she's not supposed to be here. That means she snuck into Germany and she could probably sneak us out. I know a couple of ways out of Germany, but I want something in exchange. Give me your diary. I'm still not sure why she would even know my journal existed, but I still gave it to her anyway. It's not like I can get a new one. Oh, I can't get a new one. Anyways, the path out of Germany and back into Allied territory is pretty simple. Rubrik's platoon stayed behind to make sure that Harter wouldn't get recaptured by the Germans. I would have liked some backup, but if everything goes according to plan, we won't need it. We'll probably reach the Swiss border by midnight, and the end of my time in Germany with it. I know I said Burma was hell on earth, but Kreutzland was a billion flipping times worse. That's all I have to say about that.
The end of the Holocaust arc.